right.
Go for it.
We met during fraternity rush. First year.
Right.
And we ended up being roommates in our fraternity house second year.
What
What's your
fraternity?
Delta Sigma Phi.
Okay, and this is Carol Kinsey,
Carol Kinsey,
John McBride. Okay,
yeah.
architecture in the college. Okay,
Yeah.
Delta Pigs.
Yeah, Delta Pigs.
we'll get over it.
Some of my memories have to do with the fraternity house. Because in those days there was no social life at UVA but Greek life. Nothing else.
It's
There
a
were
big
no
part
clubs.
of it, yeah.
And so, and women were a new thing here. This was we were in the first class that had 50% women enrollment. And previously it had been all men in school. Anyway, so you almost had to join a fraternity to have any kind of social life. So we did, and it was great fun. And most of our memories have to do with that. In those days, there was something called Easter's Weekend, which is no more.
Yeah.
And Easter's, in our fraternity house, it actually featured, and this is in early 70s, well before Animal House. It featured a toga party.
Cutting edge.
Including
Chariot race.
chariots that were built by the pledges. There was a pledge chariot and a brothers chariot. The chariots built by both of those groups. The pledges chariot was always sabotaged by the brothers, so it never
lost.
won.
Right.
So the brothers always
They
won.
probably worked the hardest too.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's the way it should be.
And of course, the brothers didn't have to pull their chariot. The pledges had to pull
Right.
both chariots.
So they lost twice. Exactly.
I see. That's a good story.
And that's really my fondest memory is Easter's weekend here. It's also where I met my wife. And we've been married 32 years and have two great daughters, one of which is getting married next weekend.
Congratulations.
Wow.
And she went to Mary Washington, and that's another part of the story. A lot of us dated women at what were then girls' schools.
Other universities.
And now Mary Washington is university, it's co-ed and so on. But in those days, it was almost like an adjunct to the university, but more predominantly for women. So I met her at Easter's weekend when we were third year. She was a junior, I was in third year. But anyway,
But Easter's had a lot of people from the entire nation come
Oh, yeah.
here, not just UVA,
Wow.
and not just Virginia schools.
yeah, and our
It was
third
a
year.
national event.
Yeah, our
especially
third
East
year.
Coast.
It was the city said that there were over 500,000 kids here from all up and down
Wow.
the East Coast.
That's a huge number.
It shut down the entire.
That's why they shut down
Yeah.
Easter's.
That's why several years later.
It was
That's
in
why it
Madison
was
Bowl,
fun,
right?
too.
Was it
Well,
Madison
yeah,
Bowl?
Madison.
I'm bringing it back.
Turned into mud. That's
Yeah.
where
We should.
Became the big mud bowl.
Exactly.
And we played Thumper with. That's a drinking game, by the way. We played Thumper with grain alcohol punch, which is not advisable. Don't anybody do that.
Well, that was the first year. It was 18. It was 18-year-old drinking age.
Yes, it was in
Virginia.
those days.
in
Our
72.
first
It was.
year, yeah.
Our first year, yeah.
First year, yeah.
Of course, it was 3.2 beer, which
Well,
was
still better than
Right.
0.0.
nothing. Exactly,
beer. Yeah.
exactly.
That's true. Yeah.
But so those are my memories, at least, the fraternity house and the party weekends, and it was a great education. I had a great time. I was in the Glee Club and other things, but the social life was a lot of fun in those days.
Cool. That's a wrap.
Cool.
A lot of fun.